tape trying to connect. I didn't check to see if it was connected, but
I'm sure it usually
it
automatically
automatically
does.
checks it. All right. Well, as soon as Linda gets the eggs, I guess we'll be on.
It's full, right?
Four. Good morning.
Good morning.
We're trying to get everything set up. We'll be on just a second. So we got all of our things set up, and I think Linda's getting the final things that she's having to wash her hands is what she's doing.
Okay.
But we're giving y'all a few minutes to get on, so that we've seen some comments that said that y'all don't get on there. We start talking before y'all get on, so we trying to give y'all time to get on before we start talking about what we're doing today.
Oh, I need to get you a measuring cup for that sugar too, don't I?
For the what?
There's a measuring cup in the flour,
Yeah.
but I need to get you one for the sugar.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you don't put your sugar in with your oil and the eggs?
Oh, there's a measuring cup in. No, it's not.
Okay.
Yes, I am. I'm going to beat the eggs
Okay.
and the oil, and then
Okay.
I'm going to add the sugar. But
Okay.
I can add the sugar.
Well, stop trying to do
Thank
it.
you, Mary. Not thinking right.
Hey, we got Thanksgiving on our mind, we got Christmas on our mind, and we're talking about Pepper Chef, and so we just going 90 to nothing this morning.
So welcome to our kitchen.
I'm Mary with Pinky Mouse.
I'm Linda.
And we're sisters in the kitchen. So we're sure glad to have y'all with us this morning. We're going to be doing a carrot cake, but we're doing it a little bit different. Linda, you
Yeah,
wanna
we're
talk?
going to do, instead of a cake, y'all know I'm all about individual servings, and we want this to cook faster. Now we're going to do 1 pan of the jumbo muffins, and then we're going to do, I'm using the Pampered Chef brownie pan. I'm going to make little cakes.
Yes, that'd be.
And that way the people that want to taste,
Just a small amount.
we're going to have several desserts, and they might not want a big piece.
That's
This
a
will just
great
be
idea.
just a little piece. So
That's a
we're
great
going to use
idea.
that. And they'll cook quicker too.
Right.
So the first thing I'm going to do is get my eggs cracked here.
Okay.
And Mary, you're going to do the
I will
ingredients, right?
do the dry ingredients. Mix them up. So I'm going to put some flour in here.
I normally crack eggs one at a time, but these are fresh eggs, so fresh as I just bought them. So I just cracked them all at the same time here. And then move this out of the way. I'm going to get my wet napkin or get me a wet rag.
Linda makes a good carrot cake.
I've been making this cake, Mary, for probably at least 40 years.
Really?
Maybe longer than that. I've
Yeah.
been making it a very, very long time.
Alrighty. So I put some flour in here in this bowl. I'm doing the dry ingredients and she's doing the wet.
So what's that here?
And let's see
Now,
here.
Mary, this is going to seem like a lot of oil, and it is a lot of oil, but it's a
Makes the cake more.
yes, it does. So for the members that are following along with our recipes, would you hand me that spatula, please, Mary?
Sure.
Thank you. Don't think that this was a mistake. That is right. So, okay.
And I'm putting baking powders in with my flour.
And I'm just going to go ahead and mix the sugar in at the same time.
Okay.
If I can get this open here, my hands are slick.
Now I put baking powders in there, but I'm also putting baking soda. Okay.
Do you have a hard time getting things open,
I sure
Mary?
do. Do you want me to help you?
I'm going
Sometimes I have to get a knife and slide it.
try it. My hands are slick. Let me just get this other one. Maybe I can get it open. It's already open.
I'm going to move the flour and the baking soda out the way.
Okay, now I got it open. I was trying to get that little bit out of that empty one, but, okay, here's...
And let's see now. And now I'm putting salt. So that's baking powders, baking soda, and salt.
And I need another measure.
And then I'm going to put some of the pepper chef cinnamon in here.
That's that real good
That's
cinnamon.
that real good cinnamon. And you still want me to put the same amount? So, I mean, the measurements?
Maybe not quite as much, just because it's, you know, it's pretty strong.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yesterday when I left your house, Mary, I stopped at Walmart in Lakeport.
Yeah.
And you know, that's not my home Walmart, but I'm getting so used to the stuff where it's at.
I
And,
stopped by there this morning.
Did you?
Yeah.
And I was walking around, and this big old guy who looked like a lumberjack, he was down there by the Nabisco crackers, the saltines, and he said, he wasn't talking to anybody, he was just saying, where's the graham crackers at? And I said, they're going to be down there by the vanilla wafers on the other end. And he looked so funny, he said, well, they're crackers. And so he went down there and got them, and lo and behold, another woman, which, you know, I would thought she would have known, but she didn't, and she was looking for graham crackers in the cracker aisle.
Is that right?
So I told her where they were at.
Yeah.
Whoops, I don't have my
charger.
battery on here. Not going to work without the battery.
No. So I've got the flour, salt, baking powder, baking soda, and cinnamon in here, and I whisk it together.
When y'all are mixing this, you want to make sure that you get that oil incorporated. And we're using this cordless mixer that goes with the Flex Plus, the Pampered Chef. A lot of people have said it looks cumbersome or bulky. This is a fantastic small appliance. Would I buy the whole outfit just for this? Probably not.
Yeah.
Because I'm not necessarily crazy about the other two, but I love this mixer. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? We're going to put our dry ingredients in it.
Do you want to put the pineapple in there now?
I'm going to use that and do that at the end.
You want it all in at one time?
I'll mix it just a little bit. Smells good.
It does.
Okay, you can put the rest of it in. Now this may look thick, but once we add the other, it's going to thin it out.
I left the house this morning at about 10 minutes after 7.
Oh my goodness.
I had a few stops to make. It's just all the holidays coming up. There's just a lot to think about and do.
Would you put that paper towel over here, Mary, so I can put
Paper plate?
Yeah, paper plate, I'm sorry. Okay. I'll get this out.
Are you through with this cup?
Yes, I am. And you can take those over there too, if you don't mind. These beaters, yeah, just put them all in the bowl together.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Mary. So I'm just going to move this stuff around here. So what I mixed up, because I know that mixer was loud, you probably couldn't hear, was the eggs, the oil, and the sugar. And Mary had the dry ingredients, the
Flour, baking powders, baking soda, salt, and
cinnamon.
cinnamon.
And so what we've got here is we got our shredded carrots. You want to do a fine shred on those. If you're like me, you keep carrots, but sometimes you go to use them and they're not good. So make sure that you have fresh carrots. Carrots will sour. And a lot of people don't know that, but they will. And
So
pineapple.
you grated. You
Yes.
grated them.
I used the food processor.
Okay.
And with your pineapple, we used about a half a can of this, and you want the juice, you want juice in it too. So this is, I don't know if you can
So
see it or
you
not.
used all the all the liquid from
Yes.
the pineapple?
Not all of it, but
Okay.
I did about a half a can
Oh,
of it.
okay.
So I'm just gonna pour this in here, and Mary, I'll grab the pecans and
You mean get the corn?
well, if you don't mind, I was gonna get them, but thank you.
Oh, I'm a
Okay.
helper, remember?
I know. I'm just okay. So we're gonna fold this in. You can go ahead and put the pecans in too. And I've toasted these pecans and chopped them. I'm real big on toasting because it just brings out the flavor, and it really, makes it better.
Okay, you
Let's see,
got
I'm
your
just double checking my list to
flavor.
make sure.
We
Oh,
should've put that
flavor.
flavor
Yeah,
in
go
there
ahead and put
first.
flavor in.
and let's see here. Get my teaspoon.
I didn't even think about that. So you could already tell it's a lot more soupier, and then we get this flavored in here, and it's going to be a little bit more. Thank you. My oven is on 350, and so y'all see how quick this come together?
It really did.
So we're going to do the jumbo muffins first, and I'm using a large scoop, and this scoop is not Pampered Chef. It's come from Sam's. They come two in a package. I'm going to use the Pampered Chef for the small ones. So now I made these a couple of weeks ago, and it takes about, I'm going to put one whole scoop in each one, and then I'm going to come back around and probably put another half a scoop in it. But I oil my scoop so the stuff comes out really easy.
And you oiled your pan too.
Yes, I did.
Your muffin pan. I like these big, but this big pan that's a lot of cake.
Yeah.
Let me wash my hands.
I'm gonna do about another half a scoop in each one. And when you come back over here, would you bring me that the brownie pan?
Yeah.
That's oiled, and we'll get started with those. Now, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but there's not, even though we've got baking powder and baking soda in here, there's not a real big rise on these.
Okay.
You know, carrot cake is
Right.
more of a dense cake. So,
Now, do you,
you can go ahead and put them in the oven and put them in the bottom.
Okay.
If you don't mind, Mary, it cooks just a little bit quicker in the bottom.
Okay.
And then this here is a, is this a three, is that the large? That's the large one.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so
large.
this is 3 tablespoons.
That's a large Pampered Chef one.
Yeah. You don't think that's too much, do you, Mary?
I don't think so. It's not going to rise a whole lot. It will rise though. See, I've never used a muffin pan, so I can't.
I've never used this
For
pan
cake.
for this cake, but
Yeah.
I think it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Because it's not like a regular
And your
muffin.
batter is a little thinner than what your normal cake batter.
Yep.
So it's okay. I just didn't want y'all to think that it.
It's thick at first, but once
Yeah.
you add this other in there,
Yeah.
it gets a little bit thinner.
So you're gonna have.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that other one. So I'm gonna wait to put
Now
this
this
in the oven at the same
the
time.
oil,
Oh, there it is. I just got a little oil here. And y'all know I don't flour. I just either grease or oil it.
And you know, Linda, that's something different. I do the flour.
I
and the
know,
oil.
and I know you do, and a lot of people do, but I don't. Of course, these are
It
gonna
may
come-
have something to do. Is it something to do with your non-stick pans?
Maybe
you know?
it could. It could.
If
have
you're
something.
using a regular pan that's not non-stick, you know,
you
I
feel more
probably I
comfortable
would
putting
feel more
flour in it.
comfortable putting the flour in the oil. Yeah.
I don't want to waste
This is
any
a lot
of
of
this.
It's gonna be a lot of
This
cake.
recipe will make 15 of the jumbo muffins. It'll make 15.
And it'll
of
probably
them.
make 3 pans, regular 9.
Yeah,
8
it will
inch or
make
9
three 8-inch layers for a cake. Yeah, this is going to be just about right. It's going to be a little bit maybe a tablespoon or so left, but I'm not going to worry about that. Do those all look pretty even?
That one. Okay.
Okay. See, I've got just a tiny bit left, but I'm not going to worry about that. We're going to get these in the oven and set the timer.
Okay.
And then we will move the camera over there, and we're going to make our frosting.
We'll try just turn the camera. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
And how long do you cook these?
I'm going to set this on 18 minutes and check
Okay.
it.
Okay.
And, you
Now
know,
you're gonna do the
because
cream
I haven't cooked anything like this in those pans, I want to make sure that, you know, that I don't get it,
cheese? Okay.
that I don't overcook it. I
And
don't
when
wanna overcook it.
when you're making frosting with cream cheese, your cream cheese needs to be at room temperature,
Yeah, and your butter too.
and the butter too. Right.
So,
So have you got enough butter out here?
I've got a pound.
Oh,
I've
okay.
just put 2 sticks there.
Okay.
So, I'm just going to use the small mixer. And you want to use softened butter. And I always use salt.
I'm gonna bring the camera a little closer so they can see what you're doing.
Yeah, and I need the heavy cream out of that refrigerator.
Okay.
And there, and I think there's one open, Mary.
Okay.
It's in the door of the refrigerator.
All right.
And I don't measure the heavy cream when I'm making frosting because I know about, you know, I'll put a little and I add a little more if I need it.
Did you say you ordered the one?
Not the half and half, the heavy cream. And yeah, I think there's one open. Now, it may not be.
There's one open. It's not a lot in it.
Okay.
I didn't know if that'd be enough
We
or
may
not.
have to get another one, but
Okay.
we can see. So I'm just starting with, whoops, I'm just starting with 4 sticks of butter, and this is salted, but I don't care if it is salted. I still add a little pinch of sea salt to my frosting.
See someone from England. I
just
think
cut
that's
down.
Lindsay from England is watching.
Hi, Lindsay.
And
And I forgot.
so you got the butter and the.
Yeah,
Have you got any cream cheese in there? Are
I'm
you,
gonna put it in there.
you
in a minute.
you're gonna soften your butter with your butter before you put your cream cheese in there.
I'm just gonna beat it just a
All
little
right.
bit.
And she's using the paddle of her.
Yeah. Instead of the beater, I
Patch.
always use the pedal.
Yeah.
It's much easier to clean.
Yeah.
FYI. Do you use your paddle?
Yes, I do. For that, yes.
I'm gonna grab a lemon, Mary, and wash it and cut it. Mike doesn't like the taste of cream cheese, but when I put a little bit of lemon juice in it, it kind of cuts that cream
Oh,
cheese
okay, well,
taste
that's
just
good.
a pinch.
That's good.
To kind
Do
of,
you want me to get a lemon for you?
it's over there. They're in a bag, and they haven't been opened. So on the counter, Mary, on the punch there. Yeah, just one. And I'm going to pour a little bit of vanilla in here.
Here's your lemon. You got your knife?
Yep.
Okay.
Thanks.
You're gonna squeeze a little bit of lemon in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get some powdered sugar in there first,
Oh, okay.
and then I'll put some lemon in there in just a jiffy. Y'all know we use imperial sugar. It's just for a long time I really didn't think there was any difference in it, but once you start using it, you're going to
Yeah.
find out there is a difference in it. So I'm gonna just kind of, I really need
Do you,
yeah,
you have a guard?
a dish towel out of that bottom drawer, one of those blue ones. It's kind of, yeah, one of those. And I'll kind of put this over to kind of help splatter this everywhere.
Well, you don't have one of them splash guards?
Not for this one.
Oh,
I do for
okay.
my big one.
Oh, okay.
This is just a small mixer that I use for.
Well, that's all. Only one kind I got is a small one.
Well, it's.
I don't have that.
It does good jobs, but you can't do quadruple batches of cookies
Yeah.
in it. You know,
Yeah.
you just can't
What
do
did we
it.
make the other day? Did we use that big mixer?
We made meringue.
Meringue. That's what it was.
I always smell of anything that's got cream in it. Did you do that, Mary?
Yes, I do. I do.
I probably will need another one of those open, Mary.
I like it. Yeah, I'll put that in the trash.
Thank you. Now I'm going to tell you a little secret too about beating butter. If you want, it's really hard to get icing white that you use butter. That's really, yeah, I was going to say that's hard to open. But if you beat your butter by itself to start with for about 5 minutes, it lightens it.
up. It does.
And if you don't care if the icing is off white, but if you're wanting a white, like when we used to do wedding cakes, you have to beat this butter a long time before you add anything to it. Once you add it to it, it's not going to change the color, other than just, you know, lighten it up a little bit. Let me put some powdered sugar in here.
So you don't measure your heavy cream?
I don't.
Okay.
Just because I'm so used to doing it, I'll just pour some in and probably, you know.
Just have to go by the consistency.
Yeah, and for those who are members who get the recipes, go by what I've got on there. If it's too thick, you can always add more.
So you put the lemon in there. Did you put some vanilla in there?
I've already put the vanilla
okay,
in there.
I
haven't put lemon in there yet.
Okay.
I'm going to kind of do that in a little bit.
Okay.
But you don't want this icing really stiff. Like I make my buttercream a little stiffer.
Yeah.
Because I don't want it falling off the cakes. But this is more of a creamy frosting. Don't you think, Mary?
Yes.
When you make it with this.
Let's
see. I don't want to use that.
You don't want to get a seed in there, do you?
I
What do you
don't.
need?
That little cup strainer that we've used before. You see it? It may be in that second drawer, Mary. Kind of through the back. You know what? Just give me a paper towel. We'll do it through a paper towel. My drawers have got so much stuff in them that sometimes it's hard to find what I'm looking for. So just give me a paper towel and I'll strain it through here to make sure I don't get seeds in it.
Well, I thought that was one there, but I was. And I broke it in half. There's always a way to do something. If you don't have a gadget or something, there's always a way
Not
to
like
fix
we
it.
don't have a strainer in this house.
So do you do the whole lemon?
No, I'm just going to,
Okay.
I just want a little bit. And you can actually use lemon juice, but I'm just going to use this.
And that lemon juice cuts down on the
Just cuts down a little bit.
cream
on the-
cheese.
And when I say lemon juice, I'm talking about the real lemon that you keep, that you buy in a jar and keep in your refrigerator. I always keep lemon and lime juice on hand, just in case I don't have lemons or if my lemons have gotten old or something. I made my list this morning, Mary, for my to-do list for today and tomorrow.
I hadn't made that list. I've got so much to do. I'm probably going to have to make a list. Check it off and look at it twice and everything else. Is that empty?
I'll put that aside here. Okay, I want a taste of this, or let
Okay.
you taste of it and see what you think. And see if you think it's about the right consistency, if it needs any more salt, or if it needs some more, I don't want it to taste like butter, to see if it needs any more sugar in it. I want you to taste it too.
Okay.
Get you another spoon.
I was going to say, just let me have it and then fine. I can taste the butter, can you? But it's good. It's very
Do you
good.
think it needs more
No,
sugar in it?
no, I think you need to beat it a little bit.
Okay,
More.
beat a little more. Okay.
Yeah, it's I can taste the ingredients. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It needs to be just a little bit more.
I might need to add a little bit more sugar to it. If I do, I'll have to put some more cream in it.
It's very good, very good.
I just don't want it too thick.
Yeah. Well, it's a good consistency, Linda.
Yeah,
It's a real good consistency.
right now. It is.
I wouldn't add anything else to it. I don't
Okay,
think.
just beat it. Just beat it.
I think it won't take but a minute, and then I think it'll be fine.
Now, I will tell y'all something. If you beat something like this too long, it's got lemon juice and cream cheese, it'll break.
That's right. Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, you're right. It sure will.
So I think once it sets, I think it's going to be fine. Don't you, Mary?
Yes, I do. It's
Okay.
delicious.
I'm going to get this.
Your cake, you got the you did set the timer, didn't you? Just like 6 more minutes.
Yes. You scared me.
Well, I seen it a while ago.
I was afraid I didn't set it.
I did. I noticed that you did.
Okay, let me put this in the refrigerator.
I'll do that. You finish that.
Wrap my lemon. I made some tea this morning with stevia, which I wanted to have sugar-free tea for tomorrow and regular tea. And y'all
So
know,
you make that tea for today?
we're going to
tomorrow?
taste of it.
Okay.
I am not a fan of artificial sweeteners of any kind. I don't care if they're the healthy kind or not the healthy kind. And y'all know my husband is a nut about that stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try this and see if I like it, because I can taste that artificial stuff. But I'm going to see what it tastes like. And I need to get my beater cleaned off. So do you want to taste it, Mary? You want to taste the tea?
No. Well, not right now. We can wait.
Okay, so y'all see I've got sweet potatoes out here. I bought sweet potatoes 3 times because I
Okay.
couldn't decide if I wanted to make a sweet potato pie tomorrow or Mama's Candy sweet potatoes. So I
what'd you
decided
make?
that I'd make Mama's Candy sweet potatoes.
Good. I'm
So
glad.
I needed more for them than I did for a pie.
Right.
So I'm going to be fixing those a little bit later today.
Okay. I'm excited about tomorrow. We're going to have a good
So,
meal.
we're going to have, what are our vegetables that we're going to have, Mary?
We're going to have corn casserole, We're going
Delicious.
and your green beans,
The home-style green beans.
and
The salad that you made
I
yesterday.
made that broccoli and cauliflower salad. We'll have that, and homemade mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
That's Linda's favorite.
And I'm doing glazed carrots
Yeah.
and, of course, gravy. And you're fixing a ham. And we're going to have turkey. And we got the rolls from the Fall Fest, from Sister Hogan's Rolls. I've got my cranberry sauce made. And I've got to take that coconut pound cake out of the freezer. That was on my list to do this morning. I forgot.
Yeah, and I'm making a chocolate pie, a cream pie, and a pecan pie.
And so we'll have the carrot cakes, chocolate pie, a pecan pie, and the coconut pound cake.
That's a lot of sweets for
Just a few people.
Yeah. That's a lot, but we'll get a sample all of it. So.
Yeah. And and tea. Of course, we'll have sweet tea and regular tea and water for anybody that doesn't.
And her
need
homemade
it.
cranberry sauce with our dressing.
Oh, and deviled eggs. And we're doing
dressing.
and deviled eggs.
Yeah.
Mike's making
Yeah.
deviled eggs. So
Yeah.
it'll be in dressing. It'll be a pretty big.
I don't know how we're gonna get it all on the table and still have room to sit.
Well, we'll probably let everybody get their plates fixed, and then we'll move some of the food off the table so we
Okay.
can sit down and eat and enjoy it. So, I know everybody's probably busy today cooking too.
Yeah.
Mama would cook for at least 2 days before Thanksgiving. Of course, she could turn off work like nobody's business. I mean, she
I
did
know
not
it, she
fool
could.
around.
She's like you. Y'all seem like y'all work circles around me. They're faster than I am. I've always been slow.
Ma always
Molly was slow.
took her time
Yeah.
doing that. Her food was
Yeah.
absolutely delicious.
Now I walk fast. Don't get me wrong. I walk fast, but that's because I tried to follow my brother all our growing up years. If you wanted to keep up with him, you had to run, and so I do walk fast. But when I'm working around the kitchen, I'm a lot slower
Well,
than
I
that.
take a lot of breaks more than what I used to, and I do a lot of work sitting down too. So I'm not on my feet, and it's not actually my feet that that reason I take breaks is my back. My back gives out.
You know, my back's giving me problems more than usual. My back, my lower back I've always had problems with my lower back, but it's between my shoulders and down a little bit, it's just really, I don't know what it is. I don't know what I'm doing that's different that would make my shoulders hurt, but
It's
I can remember Mama Linda
Yeah.
talking about her shoulders
Bones
and her bones
yeah.
and her back. So it's just part of age.
part of aging. Every time I go to the doctor, my doctor say, anything going on? I said, just old age. I can smell that cake.
Oh, I know. It
Smells
smells One
so
minute.
good.
Linda, we got to remind them about our Christmas wish list.
Yes, the kitchen wish list
Yes,
for
the
Christmas.
kitchen wish list to put. If you know a family that needs, it doesn't necessarily mean that they've had a tragedy in their life or something. Just somebody that you know that is kind of just has bare minimum in their kitchen. Is what
Yeah.
we're trying to say, and that you know that they would appreciate some new items, kitchen items.
Some nice kitchen items. This will all be Pampered Chef, and we're going to pick one person from this list that we're going to pray over it. We're going to all read them and see who we feel like that that maybe
Needs it the
worst,
yeah.
and I don't want to say deserves because
No.
there's so many people that do need stuff, but Mary and I are so blessed, and we've always loved kitchen stuff. It's not, this hasn't started in the last 2 years. We've always loved kitchen items, and some people, they don't have cookie sheets to
I
cook
know,
with,
I know.
or maybe, and there's nothing wrong. I've bought things from the Goodwill lots of times and used them. There's nothing wrong with going to the Goodwill and buying something, but we want to bless someone.
Yes.
We want to bless someone, and the
So,
deadline is December the 5th.
first. No,
Is it the 1st?
I thought we said the first.
Okay. So this is, we're getting really close
I
to the
know.
deadline. So
Right.
if you
you
know
know-
of someone, yes.
They need to go to our webpage, pinkymallskitchen.com, and go down to the bottom, and it says contact, and hit that. Hit contact, and that will take you to a page where you send an email, and you email us
Mary,
the person's name. You want me to move
Yeah,
this?
excuse me. I think I'm going to have you to move
All
that.
right.
I don't want to overbake these.
Um,
Go ahead, Mary.
Anyway, you email us the person's name and the reason that you're nominating them. We want to know why that you chose them to nominate, and we, like she said, we'll pray over them and choose one to bless you with. And what date was it, Linda? December, was it the 9th? I believe it was the 9th that we were going to announce it.
Yes, I believe it is.
December the 9th, we will announce the one that we chose, and then we'll show you on December the 9th. We'll show you what we're mailing to them, and if you know somebody like that, well, give us an email. But start that email Christmas. Start the first word would be Christmas wish list, because we get so many emails that would draw us our attention that we got to put that in a certain place.
And that's the only way they'll be in the drawing, is if you do that. I cooked
Aren't
these
those
for
beautiful?
18 minutes. And
Beautiful.
If you're cooking something small like this, you want to make sure that you don't overcook them. I'm going to get them out of the pan. I left the jumbo ones in there. I'm going to cook them another 2 minutes.
Okay.
They're deeper, they're bigger, but they're cooking on the bottom. And my bottom shelf cooks a little faster than my top
See,
shelf.
I can't cook on my bottom shelf. It'll burn because my elements is on top.
Yeah, and I don't have it on the bottom rung.
Okay.
I've got it on the second one from the bottom.
Mine burns, so
So,
I can't use it.
I hate to keep walking in front of you, Mary, but I want to get these out of the pan and put them on this
Okay,
rack.
so we're going to sit down over here and do
Yeah,
the
and
others?
I want these.
Okay, well, I'm
I
going to move
want them
the...
to cool. They're going to have to cool a little bit before and I'm going to put them in the utility room to cool.
All right,
So they're going to have to cool just a little bit before we
okay.
can ice in them.
Okay.
So, I guess you can move that if you don't mind for me,
This little
please.
pan, are we...
Yeah, you can bring it over here too,
Okay.
because I'm fixing to get these out. They're just gonna pop right out. I don't wanna, whoops, I might need to let them sit in there just a second.
You don't just dump them over?
No, I
You
don't
don't?
wanna dump them.
Okay.
Okay, so they need to cool just a bit. I'm gonna stick them in the
All right.
utility room and let them
Okay.
cool just a minute.
Okay. All right. Well, this is the square pan. This is a little bit, that little extra she had. Now, you want to set this one in there too?
Yeah, and I think I'll put some parchment.
Okay.
I didn't want to dump them on that tray because
Okay.
I knew it would stick, but if you
Right.
put some parchment.
All right. I'll put some parchment paper down. When you put something warm on these racks, it leaves an indention on them. So we'll just put some parchment paper, and it'll eliminate that indention that it makes.
Yeah, these are done too.
Okay.
So we're going to turn this off. And you see how pretty
Show 'em.
these are. So for the men that have a big appetite, that want a big, or the women that want a big dessert, they can have a jumbo one.
And that is a lot. Those are big pieces. But I'm gonna be eating me one of them tomorrow. I'm gonna kind of throw my health plan out the window for a day, and so
Don't
okay.
want these to break.
So
And
what
if they do, it's not a disaster, but I just don't want them to.
do you have a little spatula?
Um,
Now, what is it? The reason you don't want to dump them?
I don't want them to tear up.
Oh, well, if you dump them with this, kind of like you do when we dump a cake, put this on top of it and flip it over.
Okay, you can
You'll
try
do
that.
that? Just put this.
Don't burn yourself.
Now, I hope it don't tear up.
That's hot.
It ain't hot.
Are they coming out?
I think there's one on, two of them still in there.
We ought to be able to get them out. Okay, can you turn those over?
I sure am. Sure will.
Thank you.
Oops. I gotta hold that one. They're real light and fluffy. And they are hot. They probably should have cooled for about 10 minutes in the pan. Is that how long you cool yours, Linda?
Yeah, no more than 10
Yeah,
minutes.
about 10 minutes in the pan is what I usually cool them.
Okay, let's get this out of the way and I'll get the other one.
Ooh, they sure do look good. And they smell divine. They sure do. But these will have to cool before you put that frosting
Yeah,
on
they
them.
are going to have to cool, but we're going to do our bags.
Okay.
Get our bags ready.
Okay.
I'm just going to go around the edges a little bit.
Okay.
So,
I'll show you. I'm gonna show them what you're doing.
Yeah, and I'm hoping this works. This pan's a little different than that other one. These may tear. They got a little lip on it, Mary. This is not a pampered chef pan. You see that little
Yeah,
lip?
I see that. So some of the dough went down into that lip, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that when I put them
Yeah.
in here.
And that does make a difference. If it goes down that little lip, then it seals it.
So little Linda is, she went back to the doctor
Yeah.
yesterday, didn't she, Mary?
Yes, she went back to the doctor yesterday. He gave her some steroids. He gave her some more antibiotics. This is her second round of antibiotics. And some more cough syrup. And a inhaler, 2 breathing inhalers to try to help her. She's coughing a lot. And so I haven't been around her. I've carried food and different things over there to her, and I just ring the doorbell and leave it at her door and in a box.
So bad for her.
And because I didn't want to be around her. I didn't want to. Now I gotta get on this side.
Okay, let's see if we can get these out.
Okay.
These may not come out like that.
Those are sticking. You may have to have a little one of your little plastic spatulas. I'm trying to get the word out. You know that little black one or the little blue one?
Like this one?
No, I was talking about the little flipper, the little bitty.
One of these?
No, one like this with those little bitty ones.
Okay.
What do you think? I don't want to scratch your pan, but you know the little black one that comes with the, or the little blue one that comes with the the health bars. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, this is the, oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about this one.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you.
This is actually come with a cheese set I got years ago, and
Did
I've
it?
used that for so many different times getting things out that I needed to.
Because of that lip on this pan, it sure makes a difference.
Yeah, I won't use that pan again to make these. I'll know for sure. In fact, that may get in the donate pile.
Well, I got that one out.
Okay. This is not dirty, so I'll put this one up. And I need to get that icing off of that beater over there while you're doing that.
Okay. We're gonna film a little bit tomorrow, but we don't want to interrupt y'all's Thanksgiving dinner, so we're hoping that everyone that doesn't have a family to
Or not
have
gonna have
Thanksgiving with
company, right.
will have somebody will think of them. I've tried to think of everyone that I know of, and as far as I know, everybody that I know of, friends and all, has someone to spend Thanksgiving with.
Mary, don't worry about that if they tear up.
They're not tearing up.
We got enough that are pretty that'll be fine.
Oh yeah, but I'll get them out. You know, you just can't. Some things you just can't rush, and this is one of them.
And y'all see what I was talking about rising. This recipe doesn't rise up like a cake or muffins do, because
Reckon it's a pineapple in it.
I don't know, it could be, Mary. It could be. But we're gonna eat one of them, so.
Are we? Well, that's good. I'll eat one of them.
These should just dump out. I think these will.
Well, I think a lot of this is part of it is cooling it in the pan.
Yeah, it could be.
You just have to get your scoop up under there.
So, word to the wise, use tempered chef pans. They won't stick.
Well, these came out. I mean, you have to I had to baby them to get them out, but
But they come out pretty good, those.
yeah, they came out. I didn't tear them up. Okay. Got it done.
Thank you, Mary.
Uh-huh.
Now, let's see if we can get these out. They're going to cool faster once we get them out of this pan.
Here, slide over this a little bit so they can see what you're doing.
Okay, so I just kind of loosened the edges real quick, and let's see if we can dump them. Do you have room on there, or you can put some on that paper plate if they don't come out. Sorry.
All right. All right, there you are. There you got room.
They all came out.
Ooh, those look beautiful.
Okay.
All right. That's a lot of cake. That's a lot of cake.
Yep, it sure is.
These are those big ones. And that's probably that's a big slice if you was
Yeah.
had it in the cake.
Even
That's
if
a
you
big
cut that
slice.
in two, that's
Yeah.
that's almost a serving for 2 people.
Right.
Cut it in 2.
So what are you getting the glasses
I'm gonna
for?
put my bags in there and fill them.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. I'm gonna have to move the camera back so they can see what you're doing, because this is your trait, not mine.
So we
Something.
need the cinnamon, and we need this. And I didn't.
What you need?
Oh, there it is. I didn't keep any crushed pecans out, but I don't think we need any. On
No,
top.
I don't
Do
think
you?
so. No.
So
No, this would be fine.
let me we're just gonna make them, make a little bit.
She's
of
gonna
decoration
she's
on
gonna
them.
do a her little fancy swirl on there.
I don't know how.
I don't have
it
that
is.
much luck, Linda, with that bag that you use. I mean, I have all kind of those bags like that, but I just don't have that.
So this is a 16-inch Wilton piping bag, and I'm not putting a coupler in it. I used to do that for all the time. If you're doing something little and you're doing detail, I would put a coupler in it. But for this, I'm not. I'm just gonna put my tip, and this is a 1M tip that I use. It's probably the one I use the most, and I'm gonna cut the end of it off, and then fill this with icing.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Thank you. I forgot who it was, but I just read one of the comments. Yes, the November birthdays, you can start texting to the business phone number, which is 903-235-4804. So text to that number and just text. You have to text your name. You have to have your name and telephone number on there, because we have to, then we can call you and get your address. You don't have to put your address on there. But
And we got yes, and thank you for remembering that. We got a really sweet Thanksgiving card. We've gotten several Thanksgiving cards. A couple of weeks ago, we got a very sweet card with a bookmark in it from this sweetest lady in Mexico, and I don't think that we mentioned it. We tried to remember if we did, but we really appreciate that
Right.
sweet sister
Yes.
from Mexico sending that
Yes.
to us. It was
Yes.
very, very sweet of her to do that. And I cut about 1 inch off of this bag, and you can see, you want to make sure that your bag is below the little grooves there, so it doesn't mess your flour up or your rosette up. And I'm just going to stick this in a bag, in a cup,
show, get it up here so they can see what you're doing.
and spoon this in here.
She put the bag down in here so she can spoon her shortening in it. Your birthday wishes, if you have a birthday in November, text it to this number, 903-235-4804. Is that right? 4804?
Yes.
And it has to be on that number, because that's where we draw from. And then I guess it'll be December the 1st. Is December the 1st on a Tuesday?
I believe it is. Yes.
The next live, it'll be the next live because this weekend is the 29th, 3rd, 31st.
Yes, it will. It'll be
Our
next
next
Tuesday.
live, we will announce the winner for the November birthday drawing for the apron, for the Pinky Mouse apron.
Okay, let me move this out of the way and get me some paper towel here.
I've never been good at this, Linda. I don't know why. I squeeze it out the bottom and I just don't have that much luck.
I got this pretty full. Whoops, it's coming out. Okay.
All right, now while you do it, I'm gonna put the camera a little closer so they can see.
I need for you to.
What do you need me to do?
Dust cinnamon on it.
Okay.
This once it sets, whatever you put on it, it's not going to stick.
Okay.
So
The cinnamon.
and I need one more paper towel, Mary, just
All right,
one
I'll
piece
get it.
if you don't mind.
Okay. Get your
Thank
paper
you.
towel, and let me get the cinnamon. I guess I can just go on this side.
You want to start with the. If you ever watch bakers do this, and I'm not a professional baker, y'all know that, but you want to start with a clean tip at the end, and hopefully I didn't get so much in this that I can't squeeze it. And I'm just going to go in a circle. It just makes a cute little rosette on it. And Mary's dusting cinnamon on it. That might be a little bit.
Yeah.
Might be a little
I think
bit
I
too
just
much.
put too much on that. I don't know. I think I'd be better off putting some in here and then dusting it.
Okay, well you do it however you want to. You just start in the middle and go in a circle and it makes a rosette. That cinnamon is pretty strong. That's how I want it right there.
All right. You can. I'll try. But when I put the cinnamon in here, it goes right through it.
Well, would it be best if you did it in your hands?
Yeah.
Usually if you do it in your hands, it splatters and it goes all in one
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah, this all goes in one spot.
Okay.
Here we go. Hey, I'm learning. Linda.
And this doesn't have to be perfect. It's just, you're just doing a little bit for a little decoration.
Okay. You don't want to put too much cinnamon. She says that's the right one. That's why I didn't have none left in here. But my hand, if I did it with my fingers, it would be too much.
Yeah.
So,
Isn't that pretty?
it is pretty.
Whoops. I need to put some more ice in
It
the
takes a
bag.
lot of icing when you use them bags.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put it, these are real messy. Sometimes I just get another one and start over. But if you put it in the cup like this, it makes it a little bit better. Not quite as messy. Now, if any of y'all are making this early, which carrot cake is a recipe that is actually better after it's set a day or two. And this is going to have to be refrigerated unless you live at the North Pole or somewhere where it's very cold. And if you do, and you live in a place where it's 32 degrees, it doesn't get over 32 degrees, like during the hottest part of the day or night, I'll tell you what I've done lots of times is put stuff in the trunk of my car.
Yeah.
Overnight.
I've done that when I be cooking.
Just don't forget it's out there. But if it's a real cold day or you live in a cold place, it's a perfect refrigerator.
When you got too much in the refrigerator.
Yeah, you don't have. But these will need to be refrigerated because of the cream cheese icing. Whoops. Had some air in it, so it popped. Now I'll probably knock that over in a minute.
It's a little bit in there. You probably can do it better than me.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Well, see that? I mean, you just give it a little shake
Yeah,
and
that cinnamon is going to be very bitter
Ooh.
when they taste that bite of that cinnamon.
well, that's sweet. Or do you want some? Do you want some on that or not?
Yeah, just a little bit. There's some in this thing
I
here
know.
too.
I know. You just.
Okay, I
All
think
right.
we got it done here. Now, we'll put these on a pretty platter. I'll empty this bowl and put this leftover in a container.
Don't put as much as I did on that one. I got so much cinnamon on that. But
Okay, you want to taste one of them?
that's the way it's supposed to look right here. You're probably going to have to, yeah, I'll taste one of them. I
Oh,
sure
did
will.
Did that fall off of one of them? Did the icing fall off?
No. I just didn't want to
It
pick
did.
it.
It fell
Oh,
off.
it did? Oh, I didn't see that because it's too warm.
Yep, it's too warm.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, if you put that cream cheese icing on there with the hot, the muffin, it will it'll melt it.
yeah. So just pick out one and we'll just taste of it here.
Well, we can just do one from over here.
Even if anywhere you want to. We just want to taste it.
Okay.
Here, let me move this. Get this out of the way here.
Just turn it sideways, yeah. A long ways. It's delicious. I knew it would be. It is good. I love carrot cake. It's so light and fluffy, and that frosting is delicious.
So, thank you, Mary.
You're welcome.
So for anyone that asks about the recipes, go to our new website, www.pinkymosskitchen.com. The recipes are on there if you have a membership. It's $5.99 a month plus tax wherever you live. And you'll see the recipes and the pictures. And we'll leave them on there for at least 2 months, maybe 3 months. So y'all have plenty of time to get them on there. And the good thing about this too, they can buy the ingredients ahead of time because we post them ahead of time from when we're cooking them.
We post them on a Monday morning that we're going to be cooking that week. All the ones that's going to be cooked that week will be on there on a Monday morning.
So we hope that each one of you have a very happy Thanksgiving. What we can do? Just leave it a minute and then cut it off.
Yeah. Just want to make sure they seen us to the end.